Okay. Please work. Alright, we're working. Alright. So today we'll be going on the first try POG first try. And we're gonna be listening to The Demise of Dream. I know. This is pretty crazy. So I'll put this guy's video in the description, but this is more just something like watching a podcast, and I don't know. We'll see.
Controversy served with a side of beetroot stew. When you create content on this platform, growth can be exponential. Many creators will repeatedly spend several years hanging on to approximately 100 dedicated viewers, only to suddenly explode into stardom and become what we like to call an internet celebrity. This is no different from the YouTuber known as Dream, real name apparently being Terracotta, I mean Clay. His real name is Clay. Dream is an individual that has fascinated me ever since his initial rise on the platform. He's no ordinary Minecraft YouTuber, that's for certain. As already addressed, he's one of the most talked about and most watched people on the platform, featuring heavily in MrBeast's 2020 YouTube Rewind. Yet in June of 2019, he was holding on to a mere 1,000 subscribers. Relative to his current success, this is close to nothing.
Right,
Dream
so
is at
today
a
we're
point
gonna
of
go mining,
success
though.
that even videos talking about him, such as this one, are potentially beginning to go stale with the sheer number of them that there are. Now, how did he get to this position of being so successful, and more importantly, how could it have been warped into a bad thing? Well, let me tell you that once upon a time, we're currently living in what I consider to be the new age of Minecraft YouTubers. In the initial rise of Minecraft content on the platform around 2013 to 2014, the big names were perhaps Captain Sparkles or the Yogscast. There are a lot of members of the community to go through from around that time, and many of them would receive millions of views per upload. Some of these original Minecraft contemporaries are still doing that to this day. There's so much history between Minecraft as a genre on this platform that almost every one of these individuals deems several documentaries on them alone. And we're not necessarily in that era anymore. Instead, the prominent creators currently consist of the likes of Hermitcraft, SMP Live, and of course the Dream SMP crew, all of which contributed to the rise of Minecraft Earth, MC Champions, Minecraft Monday, and many other memes spreading around the internet of that nature as well. While the former two servers that I mentioned are still extremely successful, I'm definitely focusing on the latter, because over the past year or so, this group of individuals have suddenly received a lot of traction due to their unique personalities and extreme abilities in Minecraft itself.
Bam! I've knocked him onto the ledge. This is huge. The reach you can hit people from begins at the player's eyes, so when Dream is a block higher than me, it's much easier for me to hit his feet than for him to hit my head, because the base of a right triangle is shorter than the hypotenuse.
Due to many contributing factors, namely the YouTube algorithm favoring Minecraft content again, the genre has become a lot more prevalent on the platform. With the resurgence of Minecraft in the YouTube landscape, in conjunction with all of these creators collaborating so much, they essentially went from being quirky editors or English majors to being wildly adored and supported by many. Dream himself has a very interesting success story, one that is not short of being covered by many people on the platform already. It's practically common knowledge that in 2018 he was almost unknown, but thanks to studying Reddit and the YouTube algorithm apparently, Dream successfully garnered a significant amount of notoriety within a single year. While using commonly searched topics and actually delivering on what was being searched, he gained a large following from essentially jumping on trends while being entertaining himself and not over-exploiting trends for a quick dollar like many others were doing. He began the same way that many other people did, with cursed Minecraft videos. Spyfy and Phoenix SC did a very similar thing, though unlike those two, he didn't continue along that trend, as interesting as it may have been at the time. He pursued content that other people were looking for instead, such as PewDiePie's Minecraft World Seed. 4 times. Additional success came predominantly from his Minecraft Unsolved Mysteries series, obviously being a parody of BuzzFeed's series on their respective channel. Even throughout that series, and generally his time on YouTube at that point, you can see evidently that he was making videos from the perspective of being a fan rather than a giant creator. However, that was about to change. Throughout his time making cursed Minecraft content, he slowly transitioned into what he currently makes, which is speedrunner/hunter content. now known as Minecraft Manhunt, potentially what he is most well known for on the platform. The first episode of this series was released on the 31st of December 2019. Only 42 days earlier, however, he had tweeted that he reached 1 million YouTube subscribers. To put that into perspective, this means that about 14 million of his viewers at the time of writing came from his Manhunt series. 14 million people found it to be an enticing feature to watch on his channel, and understandably so. Manhunt is one of the most celebrated and enjoyed series on the platform as it currently stands. If you ask any YouTube creator on the platform, many of them will say that it's one of their favourite things to watch.
Yeah, Dream's Manhunt series is unreal. There's not many videos that are that long that I would watch all the way through, but Dream always manages to just keep you watching the whole way.
With its intensity and crazy yet easily digestible style, it isn't difficult to admire how good of a Minecraft player Dream actually is. Many parkour tricks used in the r/Minecraft subreddit are actually inspired by these videos. This is along with all of the extremely close calls and stressful but hilarious moments found within these videos. The success from these videos most definitely pushed him even further into stardom. Without a single one of these videos receiving less than 10 million views at this point, it's obvious that people were enjoying them quite a bit. Personally, I don't watch them because I'm more of a laid-back DanTDM Minecraft hardcore kind of guy, but I can quite clearly see the appeal. In addition to this series, the Dream SMP is one of, if not the biggest Minecraft survival multiplayer server on the YouTube platform, hosted by a lot of the creators already addressed earlier within the Dream crew. Technoblade and Tommy Innit holding one of the biggest Minecraft livestream events ever recorded on that server. Dude, I literally don't care. All this history stuff is cool, but it says absolutely nothing about the video topic. Right. All of these people, especially Dream, have been catapulted into extreme fame and popularity over the past 2 years. And that may seem like a lovely thing for all of those younger children out there, but I can assure you that fame is probably a lot more terrifying than you think. And with all of the people watching him, there is bound to be some
We do love ads though. Oh, just kidding. That's not it.
With this much popularity between them, unfortunately they're all destined for a little bit of squabble to go around. As somebody grows on the platform, they aren't going to be right 100% of the time, and they're bound to make mistakes. Dream himself is definitely not an entirely angelic figure, as some people potentially think that he might be. Nor is anybody, I suppose, especially not me. I'm by no means implying that I'm perfect. I'm flawed, you're flawed, and the ground is flawed. YouTubers such as him are placed on a pedestal of morale that, when broken, can easily be a detriment to their credibility from the perspective of their fan base.
And that's just not me, guys. I'm 29 years old. I'm a fully fledged adult. And just a small proportion of people had this vision that I was just like this perfect individual, and that ain't me.
Increasingly, as time goes on, we see more and more cracks showing controversies involving Dream that anybody with a sizable audience such as this would have to have been prepared for. Occasionally, these things are definitely things you could not prevent, others you probably could have done. At the end of the day, somebody who has become as famous as he is in such a short amount of time, he's guaranteed to have some controversy at least. Dream, being who he is, has a lot of eyes on him constantly, people even staying up late at night to keep tabs on when he will release his next video, for example. You see, that can sound wholesome, but it can actually be quite concerning for him, and I'll continue to address why. When you're constantly being watched, you're invariably being monitored. Everything you do or say is going to receive scrutiny when you aren't careful. In his position, anything he does is going to be looked at from an extremely critical eye from every level. And that's not good when you may or may not have cheated to receive the world record, for example. More on that later though. So regardless of what your opinions are of him getting cancelled is definitely inevitable. Potentially multiple times too. It happens to everyone. I mean, we're at a point where DanTDM has been cancelled for swearing on stream. Dream can basically be cancelled for anything. So with that, you have to recognise that what you do or say would have much greater consequences, and you really need to think through your actions more thoroughly. Looking at something that would be quite inevitable, but arguably more tame, is that Dream jokes quite a bit. Bear with me here, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to gatekeep humour. I find his video where he jokes about finding PewDiePie's address to be extremely funny, despite it not aging well. One particular joke he has made stirred up quite a lot of heat from the community at large. Fair warning, it's a very dodgy joke. In a specific clip, Dream, as well as his friend Ninja, yes indeed, that Ninja, make a pretty concerning comment towards Tommy Innit. In response, Tommy jokes about only being 16, and Dream responds with this. Tommy himself has had a lot of very concerning comments and controversies made towards him regarding his age. The kid is only 16 and has a stan following full of people developing sick obsessions. We'll talk more about that later. He's had to address comments like this frequently, and Dream took part in those comments.
I am not comfortable with that, and I do not endorse it. I just thought I'd have to say. I thought it would have been obvious because I'm a child.
People were understandably upset with it. Tommy was uncomfortable, Dream made an excuse, take that how you will. While it's definitely not a groundbreakingly inappropriate comment, I don't think it's entirely worth cancelling Dream and
Let's see what the thing is, I'll read it
The
out.
circumstances are a little bit concerning. The circumstances are definitely weird.
Thought I'd have to say. I thought
Okay, this genuinely creepy was Tommy playing with Ninja, and Ninja was being ironically, then Tommy asked him to stop, and then Dream. It's kind of weird. At 21 years, 16 is legal in the UK. Oh, that's not that
horrible.
People
are guaranteed to be upset by such a flamboyant but harmful comment. I'm not saying that they can't make edgy jokes, but in the words of Tommy himself, you seem to be pushing the boundaries of comedy. This whole story is definitely not helped by what is to come later on. Again, I have to clarify this, an edgy joke is an edgy joke. However, the circumstances and context are completely different when A, it's a minor, and B, it's a creator with a significant following saying it or encouraging it. It sucks to have to be addressing this issue at all, but it's worth criticising him for. In my opinion, it's actually getting really irritating that we so often have to address controversies involving this topic, but alas, it's relevant anyway. There have been additional small controversies surrounding Dream, such as things to do with his ego. Such is shown where veteran YouTuber Critical was very critical.
Can I just say that, like, Moist Critical, I love Moist Critical, but like him going over Dream,
but his advice to up-and-comers was to be super confident to the point of arrogance.
Or in another example where for some reason Dream got a lot of hate for his music, and he ended up privating his account, supposedly because people were being extremely harsh towards his music, which is interesting. At first it was very small and basic controversies such as this that were maybe hitting Dream every couple of months, if even that. But gradually, as it became even more mainstream, people were far more critical of the things he was doing, and that became extremely apparent in Minecraft's biggest speedrun cheating controversy known to man. I'm not going to pretend to be an avid Minecraft speedrunner. Probably the only time I've come close to speedrunning Minecraft would have been speedrunning the Hypixel Bed Wars parkour level. Though, as an avid Minecraft player, I'm pretty sure that I can set the grounds for the entire situation. Within Minecraft, there is no primary objective. The main goal is to do what you like for as long as you like. However, one of the biggest aims of the game is to defeat the Ender Dragon. Makes sense. It helps you get elytra wings, which allow you to glide, and shulker boxes that are essentially rucksacks. So in a way, this is all endgame content, in conjunction with the fact that it's literally called The End. People make the aim of speedrunning to defeat this dreaded dragon and jump back into the end portal that rolls the credits. After several weeks of trying, Dream managed to, allegedly, come close to beating the world record for Minecraft speedrunning in 1.16. For those confused, the reason why 1.16 is separate from the rest is because there's an extra way to acquire one of the most important items to the speedrun, so it's only fair to separate it from the other versions. I suppose we gotta look at the whole controversy starting from the beginning. How about I, as a bit of a Minecraft nerd, educate you on the basics of speedrunning?
There's just no, what is it called? No.
You know, speed. Apologies, because there will be a lot of Minecraft statistical mumbo-jumbo coming in. In order to defeat the dreaded Ender Dragon, you need to make it to the end dimension, destroy the end crystals, and then finally destroy the dragon itself. In order to get to the end, there are multiple steps. Working backwards, because it's easier, for one you would need to be able to fill the end portal frame with 12 items called the Eyes of Ender. In order to find the end portal, you would need to locate the stronghold by throwing the Eyes of Ender into the air, and they will point you in the right direction. So for a speed run to work appropriately, it's preferable that you're naturally near one. In addition to this, the portal usually has a number of Eyes of Ender already occupying the frame. However, it's always useful, in my opinion at least, to make 12 or more just in case that doesn't happen, or if an Eye of Ender breaks when you throw it. In order to make the Eyes of Ender, you need 2 items, one being Ender Pearls and the other being Blaze Powder. Ender Pearls can either be dropped by Endermen, which are most likely found in the Nether, or alternatively you can acquire the pearls by bartering with the new grumpy 1.16 mob Piglins. Bartering consists of throwing gold ingots at the Piglins, at which they will trade for random items. There is a 4.7 chance that they will drop Ender Pearls, which is extremely low, and this will often be the end of people's speedruns. The only reason people choose this over killing Ender Enderman is that it's far easier if you can barter with more than one piglin at once. Besides, Endermen are extremely annoying. The other item is blaze powder, which is simply crafted using blaze rods. Blaze rods are dropped by blazes. I know, quite surprising. And to that, another statistic to keep in mind is that there is a 50% chance that a blaze would drop one. Blazes are found in monster spawners within what is called a nether fortress. In order to get to the nether, you would obviously need another portal, but that's easy enough to create if you know how to. There's frankly no way that I could tell you how to do this, you just have to watch and learn, I suppose. Now, after all that, here's where the controversy comes in. Dream's speedrunning attempts, when watched by the so-called moderation team, appeared to have been altered. The chances of him finding certain items seem to have been oddly increased. Let me explain. At one point, Dream performed 6 streams attempting to speedrun Minecraft, which totaled to be around 24 hours worth of content. Tens of thousands of people tuned in to watch these because, as we already know, Dream is a massively adored figure. When watching these streams, an avid Minecraft speedrunner by the name of Minecraft very easy name to pronounce, mate, seemed to notice that his chances of receiving ender pearls from piglins were significantly higher than the ordinary statistics. He went back through the 24 hours of stream and made the calculation which concluded that despite the ordinary chances being 4.7%, he found the average to be approximately 15.1%.
Tell me that I got something from
you
it.
could probably round that up or down depending on his chances. Now it may seem like a small statistical change for sure, but that means that within 266 gold trades, it amounted to 41 pearls. Additionally, that's more than 3 times the chance, which is a lot in the grand scheme of things. People began to get suspicious that Dream may or may not have altered the drop rates of items in Minecraft for his speedruns. This was also not helped by the fact that a lot of people were suspicious that his Minecraft manhunt videos were staged anyway. This prompted the speedrunning moderation team to re-evaluate the situation and look right the way through his full run once again. They had to be absolutely sure because this is a world record at hand here. A Minecraft world record, but a world record nonetheless. I mean, if you think about it, sitting through 24 hours of Minecraft footage sounds pretty sad, even for me, but it is a world record at the end of the day. Thus, they checked through the entire set of streams multiple times. The final tally was concluded as 42 pearls within 262 trades. Not too indifferent from Minecraft claim. However, this time it amounts to 16.03%, which is an even worse look for Dream at this point.
Wait, wouldn't that just mean that he's incredibly lucky? I mean, he was streaming for 24 hours. What would you expect?
Can you please stop interrupting? You see, for one, he would have to be astronomically lucky in the first place. The moderation team concluded that this would amount to 1 in 177 billion chance of occurring. To add insult to this pretty major injury, this is not the only statistic to be seen as dodgy. Blaze rods. As we've already discussed, there's a 50% chance of dropping them. Instead, Dream received 211 rods out of 305 blaze kills. That equals to 69.18% chance. In other words, there will be a 1 in 113 billion chance of him getting this many rods. Obviously, this is more likely to have not been altered because it is a 50-50 chance. However, in conjunction with each other, the chances of him receiving such good drop rates are unfathomably low. We're talking in numbers above the 1 in 7 trillion range. To put that into perspective, it's far more likely to have a lightning strike you and win the lottery, possibly even at the same time, than to have these numbers unaltered and receive these drop rates.
Dream stands. You gotta understand. Either Dream cheated or Dream's 6 streams should be put in museums. They should be studied. They should be looked on in awe by human generations for the rest of time.
Alright mate, calm down a bit there, buddy. Not a very good look for Dream here. Within a document posted by the Minecraft speedrunning team on December 11th, 2020, they state that, quote,
"There are no circumstances in a natural setting in which bartering and blaze drops could be dependent or biased to any notable degree, much less a degree strong enough to produce this result."
That analysis was dropped about 2 months after the initial allegations, and it truly was a huge document explaining their calculations and conclusions based on his streams. Dream was definitely not in a good position from his point of view, and it was because of this position that Dream had to initiate a response. The evidence seemed irrefutable, and he was definitely going through a nightmare on this one. And with that, Dream did respond, instantly responding to the accusations in a series of tweets akin to something Donald Trump would tweet. Very epic. Thank you, President Dream. Many of these seemed to be pretty lackluster, and he was obviously pretty upset by the accusations. I mean, who could blame him? When you're a creator of this size, millions of people are gonna excrete on you for this. So I suppose in order to bring out the umbrella to stop these droppings, Dream initiated a full force response. He dropped a video and a Google Doc only a week and a half later, attempting to debunk these accusations, citing no specific individual within the document. When I watched the video, to be honest, at first glance, it wasn't bad at all. It brought to light many inconsistencies with the moderator's arguments and some biases that might have been present. The funny thing is, though, that the bulk of the video is spent discussing a paper analysing the analysis of the moderator's analysis of Dream's speedrun. You keeping up? Neither am I. The conclusion of this paper was that the odds put forward by the moderators seemed far too extreme, and that Dream's actual odds were somewhere around the 1 in 100 million mark. Still extremely lucky. It doesn't make him look much better, but hey, at least it's better than 7.5 trillion, right? Additionally, for most of the video he credited a certain Harvard professor, but for somebody with such high credentials, you think they would be credited, right? Well, not exactly.
This article was written by an expert from the online science consulting company PhotoXstation. As with all PhotoXstation activities, the exact identity of the author will not be revealed.
Very peculiar right there. Well, if we go to the website, it doesn't even list science consulting anywhere on the homepage or in the services section. In fact, it says they specialise in grant proposal reviews and job application reviews. That's a bit of a far cry from a review of a statistics paper by a Minecraft mod team, I will tell you that. The website also seems to be partially unfinished. There are sections that literally still have placeholder text in them. Also, speaking of the document itself, an epic Reddit user by the name of MFB, somebody that is a verified particle physicist, released a very interesting Reddit thread debunking multiple points in Dream's response. I don't want to go through it all here because we haven't got all day, but in summary, Dream's response was not the best. To add insult and another injury to the pretty major injury, speedrunning expert Carl Jopes released a bomb, a 24-minute video analysing the accusations against Dream's response, and a number of simulations regarding drop rates of different things in the game.
If you wanted to know the true probability of certain insane luck factors occurring in Minecraft, you might think we would have to play Minecraft for trillions and trillions of years and tally the results. But luckily, this isn't a requirement. It might take a human 24 hours to do this, but a computer can run the exact same underlying code literally millions of times per second. Ultimately, we can, and have, run trillions and trillions of simulations to see what kind of drops we could expect. So the question is, after trillions and trillions of simulations, do we see the type of luck that Dream experienced? The answer is no. In fact, it's not even close.
Now here's the thing. Even after dropping this document, it was practically too late for Dream. Even if it was somehow valid, does that really matter? Being such an unfathomably sized creator, he's bound to receive scrutiny 10 times more than the average person, because in reality, it's a Minecraft speedrun. Who cares? No, really. Who cares about a Minecraft speedrun? However, as said, because Dream is who he is, he's going to receive this so much harder than he was potentially ready for. In pretty recent news, I actually finished this segment before finding out that Dream has now deleted his response video, which is a bit interesting. Not a great look, I must admit. Yes, I think the agreed opinion by most experts and random troglodytes on the internet, such as myself, is that they're aware of the fact that it's almost impossible for him not to have cheated. A number of joke accounts and jokes in general were made about the situation, and it ended up being extremely hilarious. A piece of internet history if I've ever seen it. While this whole situation may have been incredibly exciting with multiple twists and turns, at the end of the day, while maths and credentials are crucial to this controversy, whether he actually cheated or not is not as important as the rest of the situation. The fact that it was brought to public attention to this scale and analysed so critically is because of his immense success. Regardless of the situation, he's definitely put himself in this position. Dream is not the best Minecraft player in the world by any means. There isn't really much arguing to go against that. Somewhere there is going to be someone better than him. I mean, Technoblade beat him in a duel, so I'm not denying that he's incredibly talented, but he is not the greatest. Dream potentially began to feel the pressure of being seen as the greatest Minecraft player, and if he did cheat, which I personally have a reasonably firm belief that he did, that could have led to him making breaking the world record easier for himself in order to make this great achievement